when I'm looking at somebody, and we can all kind of do this now. If you guys can see the picture of Joe here, I'm going to call him Joe because we were totally buds and we used to hang out. But you know how you like when you make someone go blurry, right? So you kind of soften your gaze a little bit. And this is the way John will teach it in the seminars. So you just kind of like sit back and soften your gaze a little bit and choose one of the pictures, either the younger Joe or the older. And just kind of soften your gaze. And don't specifically look anywhere in particular, but just kind of see what pulls your eye. What pattern do you start to see? What areas with where there should be symmetry, is it starting to shift or pull or spread, or what is your eye drawn to? And kind of let that happen. You can do this with family members or friends, or, you know, I'm doing it with my servers even, you know, it just happens unconsciously at this point. But you see, like all the things that Bonnie was talking about, you see those pulls. But what I usually will do too, and I'll explain this to patients, is most of what we are dealing with is everything through the center of us. So we always talk about the core, right? And Pilates talked about the core, and that's important. But we're talking about what we call the axial skeleton. So in essence, the rib cage and spine area, not the arms and the legs as much, because it's really what I have always seen over a decade now with everyone is whatever the issues are, they're always finally pulling towards that center, right? Just like that black hole, right? It's these areas in our chest, in our solar plexus, in our belly, a lot of the areas that a lot of Ayurvedic medicine would talk about the chakras, right? These areas of these energy vortices. And those are the areas that it seems to pull towards. And those are the areas that are the most locked down. And what I oftentimes explain to people who are into energy work and things like that are the fascial system works like a crystal, okay? In a very real way. I mean, just how it is made up. When you add water to that type of configuration of lattice work, it creates a crystal. It is a semiconductor, so it is electrically active, and we've seen this in the research as well. So that's what we're talking about when we're talking about energy. And if those areas are crushed down, I don't care how much, you know, pranayama you do, or Reiki, or anything else, all of that stuff is awesome. But as John explains many times, it's like shoveling fog. You need to get the pressure off of these structures themselves, because you're taking that copper wire, let's say, that transmits all of this bioenergy through our system, and you're crushing it. You ever crush copper wire when you're trying to plug something in? Doesn't work too well, right? Shorts out. Same thing's happening in your body. So you need to get to that physical stuff first. Everything else is absolutely can start to flow at that point, and then you can really, really dive deep with a lot of the energy work. And then it in the end, just like everything else, it becomes so much more powerful because you're working more the way you're doing.